Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Edoggz Reviews. Today I will be taking a look at the Target exclusive Transformers Legacy United 4-pack. In this 4-pack you will receive 3 Deluxes and 1 Voyager. Starting from left to right, you're going to get Prime Universe Cliffjumper, Beast Wars Universe Tarantulas, G1 Universe Squeeze Play, and last but not least, Cyberverse Universe Torn. I'm not exactly totally up on Cyberverse, so it's going to be a while before you see Torn in these videos. But this is what the box looks like, and these figures are made for ages 8 and up. And I don't understand why they have 1 Autobot going up against a Predacon and 2 Decepticons. I'm still wondering that. But this is the front of the box. On the top, it just says Transformers Legacy United, and you're going to see these 4 guys there. On the bottom of the box, you're going to see the barcodes and warranties and, all kinds of other stuff there. On the back of the box, you're going to get this picture right here. You're going to have Cliffjumper in his robot mode on the top, the vehicle mode on the bottom, Tarantulas alt mode on the top, Tarantulas robot mode on the bottom, Squeeze Play robot mode on the top, and the alt mode is on the bottom. And then we have a Torn on the back, or should I say the end, where he's in his robot mode on the top and the vehicle mode on the bottom. And going from left to right, it's 18 steps for Cliffjumper, 20 steps for Tarantulas, 17 steps for Squeeze Play, and 27 steps for Torn. Now we're going to leave the box as a background. Inside of this box, you're going to get this instruction booklet. Now, they included all of the instructions on 1 booklet. I preferred the old way, how they did it with Buzzworthy Bumblebee set, where each of the characters had their own booklets. That's just better for me. Inside of the box, you're going to get this little baggie of accessories that belong to all of these guys. And plus, there's going to be accessories strapped to the cardboard within the box. So, without further ado, we're going to bring out our deluxe class Cliffjumper. I'm going to talk about this figure while talking about the the animated series and the original first edition Cliffjumper that came out a long while ago, I should say. So, accessories. You're going to get this smoky gray plastic, right? You're going to see these 2 holes there, right? And it plugs in either his hand or it fits over his fist. So you have 2 choices and a third choice if you so choose to put it someplace else. So let me just get these out because we're a little bit ahead of ourselves, right? So you have this peg, right? You have the peg here, and you want to make sure that it's pointing the right way, right? So you want to pull the hand out, pop this in there, and you can have something like that. Now that doesn't look right, so you have this option where you can plug it on the side of his arm, but it's really meant to go over his fist. And you're going to use this this section right here, right where my finger is, to plug it onto, like so. Now, this is not his real weapon that the animated series depicts and the cartoon. He had a rotating hand. It will rotate backwards, I believe, and there will be like 3 cannons type of deal. And the cannons would rotate in a circle when he fired it. So you have that kind of that type of deal. Now, if you have these special effects parts, you can plug this in here like that. Let me see if we can get it in focus. Thank you. So you have something like that. Now you can put it on top, you can put it on the bottom, you can do whatever you want. Another thing you get are these two shapes, right? One is a cone-like shape, and the other one is a square type of shape. And pretty much you can use this as a hand weapon. It's not a problem. It fits in his hand. And again, you can use this like so. Or if you want to go a little bigger, you can plug this in like that. You can do whatever you want. Right. Okay. Now, just in case you don't want to lose these pieces, you're going to have these two circles right here. One on this door and one on the opposite side. It doesn't matter which way you put it or how you looks, that's where it goes. Right. The next two pieces are these claws. I'm not exactly sure where this is from. If you happen to know, please let me know in the comment section. But you can take these two ports and you can plug these things in here. Now this could be a reference to the zombie Cliffjumper. I could be wrong, but you can give them a claw like that. And all you have to do is just flip this around and pop it onto the other side. Doesn't matter which side you want. Right? Now, let's say you wanted something different. Right? You could take these claws off. Right? Just drop that. And you can put it inside of this piece right here. Let me get the other one. And you'll pop this back on. And give it one of these special effects parts. And you can do something like that. You're going to get that kind of look. I'm not exactly sure if that's correct or not, but you can do whatever you want with these things. You can put them there, or you can put them up here if you wanted to, because there is a port for it. And again, that could be like a zombie thing. I'm not totally sure, but that's something that you can have an option of doing. So we're going to take those off. We're going to put this back where I found it. Get this down, take that off. Actually, you just plug that back in here. Take that off, plug this together. Now, here is the figure up and close. Let's see if we can get it in focus. Right? And I'm going to describe two things. The way the figure looks now and what the first edition Cliffjumper used to look like and the animation version of it. So this is what the figure looks like from the front. The only thing that's different is the shoulders. We lost the split down the middle of the chest. This area has changed because it used to be where the headlights used to be. So the headlight will be there, and there will be a front grille here. This section is different. We have gray here on the thigh, but it's supposed to be burgundy or red color here, but they went with the gray instead. The headlights got moved from here down here, and these two guys are troublemakers when you're trying to transform it into a vehicle mode. I'll explain that a little later on. This is what it looks like from this side. This is what it looks like from the back. Now these two things on the back, they're also troublemakers when you're trying to get it into vehicle mode, and that's because of it's a clearance issue type of thing. You just kind of have to manage these things into place with a little bit more oomph, if you know what I'm talking about. And then yeah, that side, and then you have his face. Let's see if we can get his face. Yep, there's his face, which is dead on. Right? Let's get into articulation. Right? So the arm, you're only going to have this much movement outwards. It gets stopped by his shoulder. I'm really pulling on it really hard. Excuse me. We have bicep rotation there. Right. If you wanted to rotate this around, you would need to move this back, and then you rotate this backwards, and it's going to stop right there in between the elbow and the bicep. You turn it this way, and it's going to get stopped there when you go the opposite way. Elbow, 90-degree elbow, which is fine. The fist does come out. You just have to get in there, pull it out this way, right? So you have this fist like that. You can use this for whatever reason. Legs can go all the way up. That's a really high kick right there. We're going to bring it down on the knee, right? That's how that looks there. Bring this arm up. We're going to bring this leg out like that. There's a swivel at the thigh there. Bring this back, bring this thing like that. I do like the fact that, you know, there's no skirt piece getting in the way. It's actually built into it, or carved into it, I should say, and it moves as one piece. The feet is on a rocker, so going inwards, you're only going to get a little bit. Going outwards, that's for the transformation. Thigh swivel there, I just mentioned that. And going backwards, let's say this much, because you bump into this peg there. Lower leg, you can go all the way back there, and that's about it. All right, bring the leg. We're just going to bring these arms out. There's a rotation at the waist, 360 degrees, and then there's a bowl joint at the head. You can move up and down. You can turn around in a circle. Okay. Now we're going to give it a comparison. We're going to move this out of the way. Move this back. Focus. And we're going to bring in Legacy Knockout. Just to compare the two. Here it is from this side. Here it is from the back. Here it is on this side. And on this side. Now we will transform Knockout because he's very simple. But we'll put him in the back over here. Right? So the transformation takes 18 steps, like the instructions say, and it's pretty simple. It's pretty simple. So first we want to do is we want to take this panel right here. We want to bring it down, right? We're going to turn the head all the way around. Now, I just want to pause for a second. If you have noticed this face on the backhand side, is that a reference to somebody or character? Please let me know in the comment section because it looks very familiar to me. I just can't place where it is or where it's from, right? But you take that, you turn this head around. You take the underside of the windshield and you unpeg it. You want to bring it up like that. You take this panel, you want to bring it down. Right? So you have that. Next, you take the arms. You want to swing this all the way around. So we're going to do this from the side. And again, you gotta move this back because it's not gonna move. So you want to swing this all the way up like that. Swing this all the way up like that. And right, so you should have something like this going on. The legs, let's get started with those. We want to unpeg from the side this wheel well, and you just want to unpeg it like so. Right, from this side you're going to see this red armature. You want to bring it down on that red armature and you want to circle this way, so like that, and bring this down. From here we're going to do the same thing on the opposite side. We're going to take this wheel well and we're going to bring it out like that. Find this armature, you want to bring it down. You want to swing this out like that. So it should look like this. The feet, they rock counterclockwise. So you want to do this like that. And there's a peg right here. There's a peg there. And it's going to pop into this port right there. Like that. Same thing on the opposite side. You want to just rotate that the opposite way and plug this in. So you should have something like this, right? You want to rotate the leg this way, right? Rotate the leg that way. And you're going to see two things. You want to see this peg and slot system on this side, and there's a peg and slot system on the opposite side. But before you do anything else, you take the heel spur and you want to bring it up into that position. Same thing on opposite side. Heel spur up into that position. And you sandwich these two things together. Right? And you want to get the front as well. Right? We're not ready for that. Right? Make sure this is all together. Right? So you should have something like that. Right? And all we do now is we want to bring down on the waist, and his pelvis is going to rotate backwards. So you want to do something like this, like that. Right? Leave it here for now. You take the arm, which is on that armature, you want to bring it back. Right? Same thing on the opposite side, you want to bring that arm, bring it back. Now there's a peg and a port system. You can see the peg there and the port is inside of where this rear light is, and you just plug it in together. Like that. Same thing on the other side. Right, so you should have something like that. Now, to get the windshield underneath the hood, there's an option you can do, and that option is you can bring the windshield down like that to sneak it underneath there, and then you use the back to kind of like push it forward type of deal. It's the only way of doing it. Right, and you make sure that the doors are in position, and you can tell the difference because there's a slot there, and that goes into the window because the window has a peg on there. Okay. So we want to sneak this peg past this the front part. Do the same thing on the opposite side. We need to keep those up. Make sure all of this is good to go. Make sure everything is in the right spot. Now, it only did that because I tugged on it. Excuse me. Right, so it's supposed to slot into these two things that's underneath the hood. All right, so let me see. Hold on. Let me see how we're gonna do this. All right, so it's in position. Keep those closed. Okay, so it should be in the right place. And now we're going to fix all of this. Let's try one more time. Sneak that in. Make sure this is up. That's in place. Okay, now we should be right here, right? Right. So you take this panel here that has the exhaust pipes on it. You want to bring them down. And what I found is best to get these into place. You kind of have to use a little bit of oomph in here, and you need to move some of these plastics either this way or you move this plastic backwards to get this in place, and it should fit in there. Right, so now it's giving me a hard time. Let's see. Right, so you see what I had to do? I had to like kind of push this back to slot that in. Same thing on the opposite side. Bring that down. We're gonna try upside down. See if we can do the same trick. Yeah, so there we go. Now you can get rid of that problem by sanding those pegs that are on the smoke exhaust pipe down, so you could just easily slide those in. And you take the headlights, bring those down. And what you have is a 1970 Dodge Challenger for his oat mode. You can take his weapon and you can plug it in the back here so you won't lose it. And there you go. You know. Now, the wheels don't move on that cardboard surface, and it kind of slides on a wooden surface. So the wheels, not so much. Carpet or some type of fabric like a sofa, they're going to move. But that's what you have. Is a Dodge Challenger. This is what it looks like from this side. Let me bring that light down. Here it is from the rear. Here it is from that side. So this is not plugged in. Here it is from the front. Here it is from the top. And there it is from the bottom. The only thing you can see is his hands peeping out right there. But what about knockout? Right? We're just gonna run through the transformation for knockout. It's pretty simple. We're gonna start with the backpack. You know, get this out of the way. Right? Leave that open. Bring this up. Right, and we want to push that down, bring that up, get inside here, push that up. Right, that's the easy part right there. Since we're here, we're going to rotate that part around. Right, so his head should be there. Arms down. We want to put his hands inside of his forearms. Like that. So I like to practice this, so this way I know exactly where this peg is going to line up at. So it's going to be right there. And let's see, this is going to be over there. Right, so we'll come back to that one in a second. This backpack is ready to go. You want to combiner wars this up like that. Like that. You peg these two things together. Weird. Doesn't want to click together. Okay. Take the feet, bringing this up. Oh, now it clicks. All right. Let's see. We're gonna bring the arms in. Let's do the arms now, while we have a chance. Right. And we're gonna bring this down. All right. So that piece should have never came back out. We're going to plug the hard top into the engine bay there. We're going to plug that back there. We're going to plug the doors into place. That goes together. That goes together. Make sure. And there you go. You have Knockout in his Aston Martin mode. So that's what it looks like from that side. From that angle. From this angle. From that side. And from the front. I used to own Bulkhead, but I decided that his aesthetic and look didn't match what I saw from the series, and they went and repainted him into Breakdown. What can you do about that? I don't have the RC from the series because of the tires on her legs, but we'll see what happens in Studio Series if those guys get a remake or a redesign or something like that. Another one I used to own is the Skyquake. Skyquake. Two things about it was that in robot mode, his lower back had a huge gap in it, and his shoulders would not lock into place for some odd reason. So again, we'll see if I buy his brother in a future video. Let's say that. So we're going to transform them back into the robot mode. Excuse me 1 second. 1 second. Right, there we go. For some odd reason, the color is changing. The color is changing on my camera. So please excuse. So we're gonna transform this real quick, and we're gonna leave these things on there because I don't want to lose them. Now, if I haven't mentioned it, this is remode of Chase. Which came out way early. Never picked it up, so I don't have that on hand. But we're going to put it back into the robot mode. Now, getting it out is very easy. Excuse me. And you take. Why is it out of focus? One second. Okay, we're going to get the exhaust pipes, and it simply pops out. But to the other side, simply pops out. Getting the doors out are very easy. You just have to move the plastic a little forward, and the arms come out. Move the plastic forward, and the arms will pop out like that. Right? You can grab here the hard top panel in the windshield. You can bring this all the way back. Right. We can separate here. First thing we want to do is the headlights. Bring those up. Bring this up. And again, my camera wants to do its own thing. Right. You want to turn at the leg towards you. So these two things are pointing towards you. Same thing counterclockwise. Have those things like that. You want to unplug the bumper from the wheel well, and you just want to simply rotate it like this, like that. Do the same thing on the opposite side. You want to unplug it, just do that. on the side. You want to bring it up on this red armature. Bring it up like that. And you want to bring it down on the leg, lower leg I should say, like this, like so. Bring this up like that. Opposite side, do the same thing. Bring it up on this red armature. Swing it down on the lower leg. Bring this up like that. From here, you take this piece right here, the wheel well, and you want to flip it backwards. Like that. Now, sometimes the headlights like to pop off. If it does, if you have any one-ply sandpaper or one of those braille boards that you're using your nails or something like that, just sand it down for like a couple of seconds and you'll get rid of that problem. You take this heel spur, you bring it back. Same thing on opposite side. You take this piece, this wheel well, and you bring it back like that. Take this piece, like so, and you have his feet done. You take the arms, which are connected to this armature here. You want to bring them up like that, and you want to bring those up like that. You can take this piece, which is the top of the windshield. You can bring this down. And what this is going to do is it's going to plug into this peg right here. And there's a port right there. So you're going to plug that in. Rotate the arms down. Rotate the arms down. Right, you want to close this up. Turn the head around. And then you add your accessories. I'm gonna give him a blaster on his arm right here. Right, so kind of a thing like that. And you have him back into his robot mode. And my only nitpick is these two things back here and these two things. But it's very different from the original toy and what it looks like in the show itself. Is it better? Slightly better. Yeah, it's slightly better than those two put together. All right, so let's get knockout here. Again, you're just gonna speed through it. So we're gonna undo this, and undo that. Pull this out, and leave that there. You want to split this. You want to combine the words out. Right. Take the feet, bring those down. You need to unpeg this. Right, so we're on this side. We're going to flip these out. Flip that out. We're going to push this in. And we need to rotate this because I need this on the side. Bring this around like that. Right, unpeg that, which didn't want to move before. Rotate his head up into place. Thank you. And we want to use these two pegs that stick up. We want to plug them into here. There. going to have to trying to see if off camera if I can get this plugged in correctly. Okay, that's good. Bring the arms down. Bring your arms down. You take the rear wheel out, the rear window, excuse me, and you bring this down. Fold this in. And you close these doors. Excuse me. This plastic is in the wrong place. Now you're gonna do this, and you're gonna fold this like that. All right, so it's supposed to do this, right? Something's jamming it for some odd reason. There we go. Now we got it. Bring that down. Get his forearms out. Turn. And we'll do that. And if you haven't seen his face, let's just give a close up of his face. Let's forget the light. It's not coming across too much because the lighting, but there you go. I think that's the best way I can get it. And there you go. This has been the review of the Target exclusive Transformers Legacy United 4-pack. This is a very nice figure. If you're looking for this piece, you should try a Target. There was a whole bunch of them earlier. And the next video I'm going to be doing is on squeeze play. So I hope you stick around for that. So if you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up. If you have any questions or comment, leave them down below. If you have not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to the channel because there will be more to come. And we just have to wait for the postman to come. That's about it. All right. So I want to thank you ladies and gents for watching this video. And I'm going to see you in the next one.